So this just happened. We're on the 217 mph, 350 kph CR Revival Express, running between Beijing South, and today straight out to Shanghai Hongqiao. I'll be doing a fair bit of next station China clips whilst in Shanghai. So that is Fuxinghao. It's smooth and very, very quiet, and I think it's built pretty much to be the fastest train on the planet right now. My documentary is about exploring China from the train onto the platform. You leave the station and you see how China works. Stations are much more places than just me waiting for your train. Hello, this is Tianjin West Railway Station, a station on the Beijing and Shanghai high-speed railway line, which will basically host the world's fastest high-speed train at 350 kilometers per hour.
The high-speed rail is changing life in China in more ways than imagined.
I grew up in Europe. I came back for the first time back to China at the age of 18. My interest in trains started when I started 5th grade in Switzerland, on a train every day from home to school and then back again. And when I was in high school, we basically got a 1-year rail pass for the entire network. So getting weekends out by train was something quite unique. China is a humongous country. I'm interested in exploring pretty much one of the largest countries on the planet by train. I've tried domestic flights before. They didn't kind of work out. You know, delays were less the exception, more the rule. From outside at 35,000 feet, all you can see during the daytime is blue and white, overnight it's black. At ground level, you see so much more. You know, you see temples, you see buildings, high-rises, traditional villages, you see forest land, you see everything.
But like many other developing countries, China is also seeing a heightened situation of hyper-urbanization, where space has become a scarcity.
我们毕业的学生和年轻人喜欢到北上广，他看重的更多是机会。但是这几年是有所变化，北京的生活压力，就是很多人在工作一段时间以后，发现就他面临很大的这个生活压力的时候，他的幸福指数是下降的。
As pressures build up, urban planners are challenged to come up with solutions fast. Today, Beijing has a population of more than 20 million people. It's one of the most densely populated cities in China, a country that's getting even more crowded.
由于人口的增加，很多都面临的交通拥堵这重大的问题。像北京，在全国应该是最拥堵的城市之一。 大城市病啊，应该是在主要的大城市，由于人口和工农的过度聚居所产生的一个城市的问题，主要体现在房价过高、交通拥堵、环境污染这几个方面。
To escape these pressures of city living, some have chosen to relocate to quieter environments.
来，你这里吃好吗？
I used to live in Beijing for 7 years and then moved to Wuqing. I thought this area can give me a better family life and also the education for the kids. I wanted my parents to be happier in my place.
Urban planners have found a possible solution. Satellite towns connected to major cities by the high-speed rail. China's high-speed rail runs through the Jing-Jin-Ti region and connects Beijing, Tianjin, and Hebei. On this line, the satellite township of Wuting is just 24 minutes from Beijing and only 16 minutes from Tianjin.
Now I'm working in Beijing and living in Wuqing. Every day I take a bus to Wuqing station and take the bullet train the high-speed train to Beijing.
Like other Wuting residents, Vanzhou now commutes daily to Beijing in a fraction of the time it used to take.
I started the WeChat group about 2 years ago, including 4 people. We meet together at the Wuqing station. We take the bus almost every day. This WeChat group is just like information sharing group, like how many tickets still left, or can you do me a favor to get me a ticket? So now it's close to 200. It's not so big, but definitely not so small. The member of the WeChat group, we yearly met offline, and most of them, including me, we became very good friends.
The Jingzhenji region experiment seems to be working. Communities of people can live comfortably away from congested cities and commute at high speed to get to work and back.
京津冀对我们中国的这种城镇化的发展有非常大的这种意义。如果在京津冀这个区域内，我们实现了这种体制机制的这种融合，那我们就可以完全推广到其他的所有的城市群，来推动整个全国市群的发展以及中国城镇化的这种发展。
The high-speed rail isn't just taking people to new lifestyles and experiences. It's also helping people find their way home to the past. Longchuan village is located at the confluence of 2 rivers, set in hilly terrain within Anhui province. Known for its renowned opera, ink, cuisine, and commercial activities. Hu Fan and his partners have left their careers in the city and returned home to start a private dining business. The trio of childhood friends are reviving traditional recipes out of Hu Fan's ancestral home.
一个地方的文化是包含衣食住行嘛，就是民以食为天，吃这一块就基本上能够占到很大的比重。所以我们一开始选择的就是做私房菜，用我们的小时候知道的那种食材来做我们的菜，因为这个东西更容易让人家直接的去接受我们这边的文化。
But there is hardly a perfect recipe when it comes to an unconventional career move.
开始从事这个家人，其实他不认同，他并不支持，因为他觉得我从这个很小的山村把你拉出去，你应该见识到更大、更广阔的一个天地，而不是又回来。
像长辈那一块，他们肯定是希望你离开故乡去外面闯荡，大概全国都差不多吧，都是年轻人去外面闯荡了。当初回来的时候，村子里年轻人还是比较少的，缺少一些生机活力。后来看着我们做这一行，慢慢的越做越好，然后会带动慢慢的一些年轻人回乡来创业。
For decades, young people in rural China left their towns and villages in search of their fortunes in big, bustling cities. But that tide could well be turning, as more are finding their way back home. The high-speed rail is bringing China closer together. Where once people migrated from villages to cities, today some journey the other way. They're returning to their rural birthplaces to rediscover their roots and culture, and are creating a blend of the old and new.
我们这边的话，人情味比较浓， 像平时过节呀，或者是谁家办酒的时候，我们都可以去参加的，没有什么拘束。今天的话，也有人在办酒，然后过去看一下哈。
After spending more than 10 years away, Chaoxing native Luo Jiamei came back home and started a business.
好多人都会问我，你为什么会选择回来？我本身自己也喜欢自己的文化，包括我们的唱歌、跳舞，还有回来有自己的一份事业，可以边做生意边做自己喜欢做的事情，这个一举两得嘛。我经营了这个客栈有3年多的时间。之前在天津读的大学，中国旅游干部学院，学的就是旅游专业。在新加坡实习了半年的时间，后来毕业过后留在那边工作2年，选择回来，也就是现在家乡嘛，有更好的一个发展，所以还是回来做自己的本行。
The high-speed rail is proving to be a boon for heritage-rich towns like Chaoxing. The train's convenience is encouraging more Chinese to venture further.
现在我们高铁的客流量每年超过10%的这种速度在递增，增速最大的其实还是我们休闲旅游的这种客流。休闲旅游的这种出行，使得我们更多的人向一些少数民族地区去学习，或者是去借鉴、欣赏，让更多的人去了解他们的这种生活习惯。我觉得这是旅游带来的这个作用。
现在的肇兴就生意慢慢的做起来嘛。刚开始我来这边的话，就第1年嘛，还是属于亏的那个状态。然后第2年的话，就保本吧，也不是说挣就保本。第3年的话，今年开始挣到点钱，所以高铁开通对我们肇兴来说还是有非常大的一个影响的。
With the high-speed rail improving connectivity across China, cities are becoming more cosmopolitan. English is also used with greater frequency alongside Chinese. This has motivated intrepid train enthusiast David to marry his work with his passion.
They've spelt square the right way, which is a good thing. They might want to have this in 2 languages as well. No thoroughfare should be a simple no access or no entry.
When he's not riding the rails, David is an associate professor at the Communication University of China.
So I think over there what they have here is a sign that tells you which platform marker to use, which is great in Mandarin. But there are customers from overseas who might need this information in English as well. So it'd be kind of nice if there was like a proper translation so international passengers can have an idea. I'm improving English across China, basically not just for personal necessity, but also to make sure that other guests from abroad or resident expats pretty much are guided to the right waiting hall, the right train, using the right sign, and in a language that people can understand.
The railway has engaged David to conduct regular English lessons for rail workers.
Have a pleasant trip. Have a pleasant trip. Okay. I want to go to Beijing. Which platform? Yes, platform 1. Ping tickets. Use staffed gate. 大家过来看这个检票口这里 ，OK？ 大家听到这个报警的时候，刚刚我们涉及到这个词，这个时候我们客人员应该用什么话告诉大家往后退呢 ？Please back out. Of course, we have lots of international passengers, guests from abroad, and so I think there's a real need now these days. Plus, like when the railways speak English back to you here in China, it's like when you're in the UK and a station's announcements, they speak Mandarin to you. It's sort of like a feeling of coming back home.
The train number is G113.
And it leaves here when?
Leave here at 9:34.
Okay, thank you very much.
Your
attention please. Train number T2Y8.
Beyond the speed and convenience of the high-speed rail, David knows that it's the human touch that makes journeys truly memorable. A trip from Beijing to Longchuan village is like traveling back in time, rustic, idyllic, quiet. And with the high-speed rail, the journey is never too long. After years of chasing careers in big cities, 3 childhood friends have reunited to pursue their dream of running a private dining business.
这是我们现在经营的老房子，至今有120多年了。这是我爷爷的爷爷手上修建的。在我们小时候，这样的房子我们村里有很多很多，几乎每家每户都是这样的房子。目前剩下的房子只剩下10来栋，13栋样子，跟我家这种房子同一年建造的。但是因为没人来管理这个房子，它就已经倒掉了。